In today's video, I'm going to be finishing the top of the mountain, placing the LEGO Mountain View Observatory, building 2 hiking trails, and completing the waterfall. I'll start by removing the platform I built in a previous episode for the LEGO Mountain View Observatory, as I've come to realize it's both too small and too flimsy. This time I'm using door frames in the center of the platform and support pieces connected with Technic axles instead of the Quattro bricks, which just don't have enough clutch power for this purpose. Now that I've built the platform for the observatory, I'll add a hiking trail that leads to its entrance. Along the trail, instead of using the olive green leaf pieces I used at the base of the mountain, I'm using the same colors of plants found around the observatory, such as lime and bright green. Although I'm using the same colors, I'm using some different parts that aren't found on the observatory, such as carrot tops and small twig pieces. After the trail is complete, it's now time to continue adding the 2x2 corner bricks, which I've used to build the mountain. I'll continue adding the corner bricks till I reach the top of the waterfall, where I'll add another platform for the river. To build the platform, I'm again using the support pieces I used for the observatory. This time I'm also using Technic beams to connect the towers together. For the platform, I'm basically just layering 3 or 4 layers of plates into the shape needed for the river and to support the rest of the mountain. You've probably noticed that I added some Technic beams on the edge of the platform. That's to hold the multiple layers of plates together as they were repeatedly coming apart while building. Now for the river, I'm using the same technique as last episode, where I add a layer of 1x1 round plates for realism below the 1x2 tiles. Since the river is complete, it's now time to continue adding the corner bricks. I'm starting by building up the left side of the mountain between the observatory and the river to a small ridge around the same height as the hiking trail I will build soon. It'll look as if the river is in a sort of trench or canyon in the mountain. Now that this part of the mountain between the observatory and river is complete, it's time to continue building the other side of the mountain. As I said earlier, I'll add a hiking trail once I add a few more layers of bricks to get at a good height. I'll now add the support structure for the hiking trail platform. I've run out of the support pieces I used previously, so instead I'll use door frames and 1x6 bricks. I'm probably using more supports than are needed, but then again I don't want to have problems with it sagging. I had that problem with the other 2 platforms, and as the rest of the mountain is going to be partially built on the platform, I'd rather not take chances. You might have noticed that the hiking trail itself isn't finished quite yet. I'll get back to that later. Right now, I'm continuing to add the corner bricks to the mountain. Soon, I'll start mixing in a few white bricks for the snow on the top of the mountain. You've probably noticed that currently the snow transition is kind of rough and pixelated. To fix that, I'm going to use some white cheese slopes to help blend the peak to the rest of the mountain. If you watched the previous episode, you might have noticed that I also used some cheese slopes to add texture to the bricks lower on the mountain. Now that the peak of the mountain is complete, it's time to finish the hiking trail. For the ground of the trail, I'm using dark tan 2x2 tiles, just like the trail near the observatory, but for the vegetation, this time I'm using the olive green leaf pieces that I used at the base of the mountain. Since the mountain is almost complete, it's now time to add the minifigures. I'll start at the Mountain View Observatory. These minifigs that I'm adding here are from the original observatory set. The 2 astronomers near the whiteboard are educating the guests about the solar system. Now up on the hiking trail near the peak, I'll add a few hikers. Including one with his dog, they're at the end of the trail gazing at the city below. Now that the mountain is complete, it's time to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video and want to see the upcoming LEGO City updates, then please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. If you want to see how I built the base of the mountain, the national park, forest and river, then you're going to want to check out the previous LEGO City update on the left of your screen.